welcome back to my channel. Pull that up a little bit. Today I've got another process video for you. I'm going to use this beautiful moth paper. I believe it's by Paige Evans, Pink Paisley Paige Evans. And it's a really busy background, and sometimes I have a problem with using these as the background. So today I thought I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna make it work. I'm still using my February 2020 big kit that I put together. I'm pretty impressed because obviously when this goes up it'll be later on, but today is the 15th of February and I only have this sheet and those 3 sheets left from my kit. And I had a whole bunch of paper. Now, I do have a sampling of scraps over there, but I've been trying to use those as well. So I was like, how did I end up with cameras and all butterfly moth papers? So we're gonna try to use these up today. I'm also participating in a online crop, so there should be some pages coming from that later. It's the Scrap Squad. I just joined their Facebook group and they're having an online crop today, so they have some scrap lift challenges that I'm going to work on as well, but this one I'm just doing on my own. So getting into I made a page earlier for the load challenge, and now this is kind of like my, all right, we got the cup of coffee in my Hogwarts cup, and we're gonna get at it today. So what I did was I just took a white piece of paper and I tore it, and I'm going to put that here, and then these are the pictures that I'm doing today, so I'm gonna kind of get those there. So the background, even though it's a tad busy, it's gonna kind of even it out, I think. And I could probably maybe cut that other paper here to try to save some of it, but then I'm just gonna have more scraps. So I'm thinking probably not gonna do that. I know people are probably cringing. I know, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to really work through these. And also later today, I'm taking my son to, he's got to go to the college and do the second part of his placement test. So while he's there, I don't have to take him, but he's kind of nervous about everything. So I was like, I'll roll with you, and if you want. And he was like, yeah, I do. I'm like, all right. And then there's the Tuesday morning, like 15 minutes away. So I'm gonna go see what they have, because, that's what we do. Probably won't spend much or anything at all, actually, but it's gonna give me something to do. All right, so we got that. I do have a lot of the cardstock that I started off with left, but I planned on that. I didn't think I was gonna use that all up. Just because it's like, several whole packs that I grabbed, and I'm just trying to use it to map my photos because, like I said before, I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I have a lot of the 8.5 by 11, and I don't use it anymore. Every once in a while I'll make a card for a birthday, which I have to do later on, for the girl at work's birthday. But I could always use white cardstock to make the card base, and then I don't use colored cardstock pretty much. I used to, but now I just use the stamps and make it all fancy that way. I've been up for a little bit, but haven't really talked much this morning, so... And it's so rare that I can be in my room filming on a Saturday morning because my future hubs is... I don't know if he made it out of California last night. What did he see? He was very... He's an over-the-road truck driver. So, and we live in, the Midwest, the St. Louis area, and he went to, he had to run a load to California. So, and he left Monday, Tuesday. He had to deliver on Friday. So he didn't make it home. And then when he got his pickup or his haul back, they sent him to Dallas. So he was leaving California, going to Texas. And he was like, I won't be home this week. But I mean, he'll probably show up like, Wednesday, Thursday-ish. But the life of loving a trucker. Although, I don't know. It kind of works for us. Some people are like, how do you do it? But it makes me, miss him and appreciate him. And I think the same for him. Like, we were both in marriages prior. And, well, we don't need to get into all that. But anyway, mine sucked, pretty much. I mean, I didn't know it at the time until I got out. But, yeah, now I do. So what I'm going to do... Stick this little guy like that, and then we're going to use my fabulous sheet of fun foam here that I just get this at the dollar store. And I cannot tell you the last time I bought fun foam. Well, I can. Okay, I bought fun foam. I bought this packs of this at Christmas time, but the girl at work does like little goodie bags. Not goodie bags. We adopt 5 to 6 families in the St. Louis area for my company, and she runs that donation drive. And we put like, everybody, the whole company, they buy presents and stuff that's on their wish list. And she had 10 girls from the age of like 5 to 12, and she was like, what can I do? And I was like, oh my god, being the crafty queen of the company, like, I'll make some gift bags. So I went and, like, or gift baskets, but they were craft baskets. So they had, like, coloring books and, I got craft, then I added craft foam to it, and, like, the pony beads and, the Dollar Tree. That's when the Dollar Tree has the, my dogs are going crazy, the Aliens tacky glue, and they're only $1, so I grabbed each a bottle of this, and just, little pom-poms, and next year, if we do it, I'm going to create little, like, design packets to throw in there, so that, like, when they get all this stuff, and, some people aren't very crafty, or they don't know what to do, so I figured I could maybe throw in some, like, directions, like, you can make this, or you can make this, and I thought that'd be really cool, so that will be one of my projects that I'll be working on throughout the year, because it's, you get about 10 kids, and I spent like $25 on each basket. So, but I did it over a span, and then afterwards I thought about it, and I was like, well, now I don't have time. So I'm gonna, like, get items that are always at the Dollar Tree, and like come up with like little cute projects. So if anybody has any wonderful ideas on that, leave them in the comments below and help us out. So it's just, she gets to go and give the families the presents, and she's always just overwhelmed with, like, you know, she makes her teenage daughter go, who's now 16, and so that she understands that not everybody has the life that you have, you know. Oh Lord. Which I think is good. I do that with my son. Well, I don't do it for, like, we volunteer at the local animal shelter, and I make him, you know, help. Basically what he's been doing for years is just playing with the dogs. He goes in and pets and plays with them, and, you know, because I love all animals, but I will tell you that I have had purebreds, and I have had, you know, a lot of, you know, purebreds that I've paid to have registered because they're so fabulous. And my favorite breed is a rescue. My rescue pit bull is my little angel baby. And to be fair, I kind of got her when me and my son had to, you know, for the first time in our lives, live on our own and, like, be adults. And well, me be adult. He still got to be a kid, but, you know, I've never lived on my own until, you know, this time around. And I was like, oh my God, I need for protection. And so I was like, what can you do? Well, you know what? Let's get a pit bull. And then if somebody tries to break in, you know, maybe she'll eat their face off or something. Yeah, you know what? Pit bulls, I don't, everybody, that is just a horrible label for a dog, because my little girl is the biggest weenie ever. I'm like, great, I have to protect you and the other dog. I hit the thing, I'm sorry. Okay, so I find this funny, and you guys might not, but I had bought a kit years ago, okay, before I met this man right here. And it had all these, like, I don't know, I guess it was like the 80s, and there was like gnarly and stuff, but rad was like in all of these things. And I was like, what am I ever going to use rad for? Well, like a true scrapbooker, I saved them all. Well, my name is Rebecca Ann. Last name is Lockhart, but it doesn't matter. My future husband's last name is Dykeman. So when we get married, I will be Rebecca Ann Dykeman. #rad. I was like, oh my God, we have to get married just so I can use these things. Which, so funny. You guys might not find that funny, but I'm like, I cannot wait to be rad. So, yeah, I know that was a little digression. I'm sorry. But, that one says a perfect day and adventure awaits. Like, if you guys have been following me for a minute here, which is all I've been online is a minute. So, this massive kit that I put together, I was like, boy, you know, that's a lot of stuff to go through. And a lot of people had commented, like, on Facebook and stuff, like, that is a big kit. That is a lot. Like, oh my, you know, like, good, you know, like, good for you. And, like, that's so much to tackle. Okay, so if you've seen that video, and if you haven't, go back a couple videos, just a couple weeks to the beginning of the month when I put this kit together. And like I showed you, I have, well, now only 3 12x12 sheets, but 4 including this. And I had these containers full. I had this one full of just die cuts, and then I had another one full of like dimensional stuff. That's all I got left. That's it. That's all I got left. #rad. So, guys, I actually, for the crop today, underneath my desk right here, this is a glass top desk, and I have this mixed media mat here that it's always been here, and I really don't know why. I don't know if it's I don't like to see my leg, whatever, but So right down here, I have these page kits, and I put these together at the end of last year, and I was like, I'm gonna have to bust into those because I don't have any embellishments. You know, I even actually, for a couple layouts that I've done this past week, I had to grab my flower and my butterfly thing just to make some layouts because I was like, uh-oh. And like this bin, that's all that's left in this bin. This thing was chocked full with like these flowers and gems and buttons and wood veneer, and that's it. Which it's like, yeah. But then it's also like, uh-oh. Which, I mean, I am super excited that I was able to, like, get this far. Which I'm so, like, super happy. And I have no idea. I found this. This says best mom ever. I was like, man, I don't even know where that came from. Like, it was definitely not in the kit. But, and then I have this Ferris wheel. Okay, I have, like, attempted to use, like, 4 different times. And every time I go to put it on a layout, because it had nothing to do with the layouts, but it just was, like, the colors and the shape and then whatever I wanted. And that's kind of how I scrapbook, so it's totally fine. Me and my future husband just took his daughter a couple weekends ago here in St. Louis. They just built, at the Union Station, they just built a aquarium and a massive Ferris wheel. And so we went to the Ferris wheel. And so every time I use it, I'm like, I need to print those pictures out. But yeah, I don't even have any Brads. Like, I have to, like, go up to my Brad collection. But yeah. So I'm super excited that I, like, got that much, I don't know if it's attraction is the right word, but I'm, like, totally impressed with how much I have been able to, like, get done. And I know, it's probably not that big of a feat, but I kind of feel like it is for me. So, I was just kind of excited. I was like, go me. So, like, at the end of the month, when I show all the layouts that I've gotten done, and, like, what's left in my kit, I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do. I don't understand. But, I'm gonna be all like, I got nothing. Pretty much, I got nothing. I'll put that right there on my boobs. And, like, I think I've scrapped, like, when we were out this day, I took a whole bunch of pictures. And we went to a Cardinals game, and the Blues at that time were still fighting to be the Stanley Cup champs, which they are now. Well, they were, I mean, it's a whole new season, but, so that was like, he had on the blue Cardinals and I had on the red, and then I put a blue t-shirt underneath, because at the same time we were at the game, the Blues were playing, and so whenever they'd score a goal, which is really cool, because I don't know if any other, like, cities do this or whatnot, but, like, the whole time that the Cardinals were playing, if the Blues scored, you know, the horn, they do a horn when the Blues score, I don't know if that's, but they would sound that horn at Busch Stadium, so that you would know. And then all of a sudden the Cardinals and the you know, they'd take a time out, and on the big Jumbotron, they would show the Blues scoring. So that was pretty cool. At least I thought so. All right, so I'm going to cut this in half, which I do this a lot. I love frames, but I cut them in half. Do you guys do that? Like tags. Like, I should just stop buying tags, because all I want is the top of the tag. I don't actually want the tag itself. I just use, like, the tag, the top of it. I'm gonna stretch that little guy. And I forgot to change my ATG gun, which that's the first time, and I'm pretty impressed. I usually get that guy all, get him all taken care of. So I'm going to have to be using a lot of adhesive. The one thing that I found that I haven't used out of this kit is washi. And I don't know what my problem is with that. Like, I know that's not, it's the right color for over here, but not what I've got on my shirt, so. But it says adventure, so it works. So anyway, I just tucked that right there, kind of expand it and give like myself a couple foundations to build some clusters on. I've been in this load challenge, and this is how I've been scrapping like for years. You know, obviously I get better and better every year because I keep trying new things, and I'm not saying I'm excellent, so please God don't. But and I watch YouTube, and I get inspired by other women and who are scrapping. Like, I'm sorry if there's any men watching. I don't, you know, you have a channel, I'll totally watch, because there's nobody like that, any men that I know. Like Tim Holtz, obviously, yes, but he's not watching my channel. But and I try techniques and put my own spin on it. But this challenge, like, I keep posting these pages and stuff that, because you have to do it, it's called layout a day. And like, so I create every morning, like before work, because when I get home from work, I don't know about you guys, but I have used my brain or something too much, which people at work would be like, yeah, you don't. But anyway, and I just want to like relax, you know. I don't want to do anything. So I tend to just, you know, I try to come in here and get some stuff done. The only time I really do is if like I have to, you know, like, oh. So basically, but then I lay down and I usually fall asleep. I mean, sometimes I fall asleep as early as 6 because, you know, my kid's off doing his own thing. But most of the time I'm in bed by 8 o'clock, 8:30 at the latest. And so I get up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, which is probably why I'm exhausted when I get home. I do realize that the pattern that I've put myself in. But, digression. So I get up in the morning, make myself some coffee. Hold on. And I come in my scrap room and play for a couple hours. So I always have my layouts and everything done first thing in the morning. Well, so I'll create a layout, and sorry if I hit that. And I will upload on my layout, because you have to create the layout the day. Like, you can't like cheat and use like other days and stuff. But so just, oh my goodness, I am like camera placement horrible. Everyone's like, oh my God, I love your clustering. I'm like, okay, like, but I don't know what I've done. Like, it's how I've always scrapped. So like, thank you, you know, but this is just, it's what I've always done. And boy, I probably should have wrote that date down, huh? This is what I'm going to do my journaling on, so I'm just going to... And I love these pens, these Pigma Micron. They have archival ink in them. I don't know, let's see. Sakura Color Products Corporation. But these things, I've had these for years, literally years. I got them when I lived in the other house, and I have a set, like all kinds of different sizes, but they are still just as juicy as when I got them. So, I mean, they were a little bit more than I would have liked to spend, but man, they were worth it. Because, like I said, years later, just sitting in my little sock monkey, because I love sock monkeys, and the little sock monkey cup that my dad got me. My dad got me this one, And he was supposed to have, like, his little handles were supposed to be the ears. And, like, every year for Christmas, my daddy used to buy me some kind of sock monkey thing just because, and some kind of Peeps because, well, I hate Peeps and he thought it was funny. But anyway, and I put it in the dishwasher and it broke. So I was like, I don't want to get rid of it. So I used some, I had this acrylic paint and copper. Because I just sealed the edges up, you know. And I was like, well, I can't use it for a coffee cup anymore. So I use it for my little pin holder. With these are like the pins that my fiance and my son both know don't touch. Like, I'm a pin fanatic anyway, but like, I'm like, these are my good pins that I use for my scrapbooking. They're not like regular, you know. I mean, I have a couple pins in there that I'm like, you know, obviously if you grab this one, totally fine. I'm not gonna like freak out on you. But all my pins, not all of them, but I have one of those like caddies from the dollar store that is literally chocked full of pins. And the one thing that my fiance always says is, I'm gonna buy my own pins because I get yelled at when I take yours. And I'm like, yeah, but use those over there on that side, not this side, because then this side is like whatever. And he's like, yeah, but none of them are normal colors. And I'm like, well, who wants to write with a normal colored pen? Like, that's not fun. He was like, you're nuts. I'm like, well, wait, I don't know what you want from me. See, and I pulled out all that stuff and I used it, and it's like there's nothing on my layout. Oh, man. But yeah, today I'm going to have to bust into those page kits, and I grabbed 2 of them, so. But I've been using, like, navies and, like, real deep colors, you know. So I grabbed, like, pinks and yellows and, like, bright colors. So, like, clearly in my layout share at the end of the month, everyone's going to be like, hey. I'll be like, yep. This is cute. I don't know if it's going to go, though. That doesn't really go. I got this at Tuesday morning. I seen on She's Crafty. I noticed that she kept saying the date. So I guess that's the date that it came into the store. Which, thank you, by the way, because that was really helpful. Because I had a lot of this stuff. I'm like, I don't know when I bought it, but it says 5/05/19. So I'll assume that I got that in May of 20. I knew it was in 2019, but well, it was kind of like a marriage one, but it was cool. It's fine. I do like that little S. I'll put the little S right here because I want to. I don't know. Again, I tried, like, my sissy, my bonus sissy, she's like, you know, talk more about the technique. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't really know what the technique is. And I'm not trying to be smart or anything. I just don't. You know, I don't really know the proper names of colors. And I guess I should probably maybe attempt to, like, try to figure that out. But I mean, I don't know. That's not me being smart. I never really thought about, you know. Okay, I'm going to do something here, but that's just because I really want to use these. Like, these have, like, well, these are, like, stuck on, man. These have a silver metallic. That's got gold on it, but maybe, and that's got, maybe if I put it, I don't know. See, what was going to happen there was because this is such a thin, flimsy sticker, the dimension there, you were going to be able to see that. So I'm just going to put it on a piece of this packaging from something, and I am going to fussy cut, using that in the loose term of the word, because I don't know. Sometimes, like, I can sit in the living room and, like, take a piece of paper and just, like, just make a whole bunch of die cuts, which is, like, awesome, because if you're not going to be able to use a sheet of paper for, you know, the background, or it's just something, but you like some of the elements, then by all means, cut it out and make it as an embellishment. Like, trust me, all scrapbookers do it. But I don't know, I'm not real big on the fussy cutting because, well, I suck at it. And, like, right now, I know you're all like, but you're using the wrong... Yes, I'm definitely 100% using the wrong scissors, but I didn't feel like reaching for the other ones, so that's another reason. But see, now it's like a little cardstock, so you won't be able to see the bumpity bump that is going on back there. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, don't be sick. I just want to put that right there. See, now if I use another one, we don't have to do that if it's going flat. Like, it was gonna go over the ridges of that. And I don't know why I said bumpity bump, because that is not my terminology at all. I mean, I talk weird. Okay, use some of that. Get any of this on there. And I just took one of these really large binder clips, which is also something that I need to do. I get those at the dollar store, to believe it or not. I get, like, this is 8 for $1, and these are the medium ones. These are what I put my 6x8 albums together with. And then these really large ones, you get 6 for $1. The binder rings. And yeah, like, if you have a dollar store near you, I recommend checking it out for supplies such as that, because, you know, I've looked other places, and after you only pay, and they're good quality, like, well, I've never had a problem with them. So, all right, excuse my head if it's, I don't think it is. I always think my head's, like, in the camera. Okay, see, can you see that? Can you see where, like, see the, like, the definition? That's what I was talking about with that. So what I'm gonna do, oh, me and Mom went and got our nails done last night, and I used to get, like, acrylic nails, because my nails, they don't grow. They grow wonky, they grow weird, they just look horrible. And I have a real bad habit of picking my cuticles. So with the acrylic nails that were, like, that long anyway, so people always feel like I don't understand why. I know. You can't pick very well at all. So it stops me from picking my cuticles. But, you know, doing crafts, if you I can't pick stuff up. Like, it's just horrible. So I just started to, those are my real nails with just a gel overlay. And they're always just like, oh, you don't have no nails. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry, little man. But I digressed into a whole situation that shouldn't have been. Okay, now see, that is a thicker sticker. So even though it is in the, like, over that, you can't see that because it's a thicker, better quality sticker. Does that make sense? If not, ask me below and I will try to go into way more depth than needed. Because that's what I tend to do, is just, I'm an over-explainer. Like, in every sense of the word of, okay, you can just stop talking now. Sometimes my boss is just looking at me like, what? I'm like, I don't know why I kept talking. Just tell me to shut up. And he was like, yeah, but I can't. I'm like, you probably should. Like 12 seconds ago. I got one more. But anyway, so back to the load thing, which, oh my God, like 20 minutes later, right? The ladies are all so sweet and wonderful, and, like, you leave, like, like little encouraging notes and stuff on each person's project, and they're just like, I love the way you cluster and the way you layer. And I'm like, sometimes, and like some of them that I get done, but I'm like, crap, I gotta get ready for work now, so I have to like submit this. I'm like, oh, that is just like sad little attempt there at something, and you know, and they're just like, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess it wasn't that bad, but I wasn't thinking it was that great either. So I totally appreciate it. Makes me feel a lot better about my you know, scrapping ability, because I'm always like, man, I need to like seriously do something. Like, I need to take a class. I need to learn something, but I mean, obviously I could never stop learning. It's the whole point of life, but you know, they make you feel really good. I don't know. See, use that one up. Score one for the home team. But yeah, I think I don't even know, is that the right color? Kind of is, isn't it? And I've been using up so much baker's twine here because when I started out, when I was built, like I've been scrapping since I was in high school. I scrapped after my son was born. I mean, you know, I was really into it. And then I moved. I moved back home for about 6 months, and then me and my ex-husband bought a house. Well, he bought a house, but yeah, whatever. And when we moved into that house, I don't know, I just had stopped scrapping for a minute, and then I just like really honestly never got back into it, right? So I didn't think, you know, so like all that stuff got, you know, and then just in that couple year period, whoa, scrapbooking, like totally game changers, you know what I'm saying? Like everything was different. I'm like, so when I got into like actually I started off, like I had a surgery, I was sick, and I was out, and I was like, I have always loved like planners and stuff, and so I started watching YouTube, and like all these people were making all these crazy fancy planners, and I was like, I want to do that. So I started doing that, and like making, like I got a Filofax, and I have like 30 now, but I got into that, and then I wanted to, like, I was watching people like stamp and stuff, and I was like, oh, I want to do that too. And so I did that too, and then I started like this, like I kind of want a little room. And so we cleared out the 3rd bedroom upstairs and put a desk. He bought me a desk for my birthday that year and assembled it all, and I was super excited. And then I was sitting there one day, and I was like, something about Stampin' Up! Came up, and I was like, well, I want to do that. So I like signed up, and then it progressed, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna do classes and stuff at home, which I did. So then I was doing the classes in the basement because we had a huge finished basement, and I'd have to lug everything from the room upstairs to the room down and I was like, can I just take the bedroom downstairs? And everybody was like, yeah, you know, because my kid was like, I'm tired of doing this. I'm like, yeah, no, me too. But mommy can't lift. So then we moved everything downstairs, and that room was like twice the size of the room that I had upstairs, which is totally fine, whatever. And then I was like making cards and doing stuff, and you can only make, I mean, like I had so many cards because there wasn't, like, there was nobody to send them to. And I was watching YouTube and I seen Mercy Tira, and she was creating a scrapbook page, and I was like, wait a minute, why did I stop scrapbooking? So like I dug through all my stuff and I was like, hey, and I had some stuff and I was like, I need more stuff. And I just started building my stash up. Well, Baker's twine was one of the things that I was buying. Man, I got enough Baker's twine that I could wrap my whole house. So that is crazy. I don't even know why I got started on that, but just to kind of let you know. I'm crazy, apparently. All right. You know what I want to do? I'm going to pull some pink. Because, well, apparently that's what I do. Do a little star cluster. And I can use Enjoy Adventure for my title because it's kind of fun, but this thing has gone on for too long. Yeah, I think so. So I'm going to use my little Enjoy Adventure down here as my title. And let's see. Ooh, you know what will make this better? Who wants to say it? Some color shine. I almost said gold color shine because I'm so used to saying it, but we'll use some Peacock Heidi Swap. I have like splatters everywhere. Like I have to. At one point, I bought an apron to wear in here when I had like different clothes on, but now I just usually wear like just old stuff. Excuse me. All right, let me get this off of here. Oh, good Lord, I have blue on my head. I have blue on my head. Whew. No more. I think I done got stamped by a Smurf. So don't use Post-its to cover your papers up. Clearly you knew that. Anyway, give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe down below. Leave comments or questions. I will answer them in a timely manner. And I am putting together a little prize pack as a giveaway that I'm going to do if I can get to, right now I think I'm at like 40 subscribers in like the last couple weeks, which is totally cool, and I appreciate every one of you. But I figured I would give a little present away to everybody who helped me make start my channel. And so I'm gonna do like I'm not gonna give it to everyone, okay? I'm gonna do like a random drawing with random.org. But yeah, so be sure to subscribe and leave some comments below. And once we reach, I think it's either going to be 50 subscribers, which is only 10 more, or 100, which is 60 more. So, I mean, I guess I could do one at 100 too, but I was kind of thinking 50 was kind of a milestone for me, but at 100, I was doing some research, and I believe I get my own link to YouTube. So, a little bit more research I have to do on that. I could be wrong. So, anyway, have a wonderful day. Bye.